Have you ever heard a secret so shocking it makes you question everything you thought you knew about a person? Well, something about Apostle Joshua Selman has just sent waves across the Christian community, and everyone is asking the same question. Is Apostle Selman finally getting married? Stay with me till the end because the reason he once said he would never marry is something you need to hear. And before we go deeper into this revelation, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this. Apostle Joshua Selman, the quiet yet commanding figure of the pulpit, has built a reputation that stretches far beyond Nigeria. He is loved for his powerful sermons, his unusual depth of wisdom, and the way he speaks as if heaven is speaking directly through him. But despite all his influence and global recognition, one thing has always kept tongues wagging. The man is single. In a world where many pastors are married with children, Apostle Selman has remained alone, and his repeated statements about marriage, or rather his refusal to rush into it, have only deepened the mystery. Years ago, during a Q&A session in one of his programs, he was asked why he wasn't married yet. His answer shook the crowd. With a calm smile, he said, "If I marry the wrong person, my destiny will be in trouble." He went on to explain that the call upon his life was so heavy that choosing a life partner lightly could destroy everything he had built. And since then, people have whispered, speculated, and prayed for him, waiting for the day he would finally introduce his wife. But recently, whispers of a possible marriage began to spread. Reports from close followers claim that Apostle Selman has been spending more private time than usual with someone special, though he has not made any public announcement. The news sent fans into a frenzy. Some celebrated, while others questioned whether the man of God had finally found someone worthy of walking this unique journey with him. Yet behind the joy, there is a hidden story. A story about why he delayed marriage for so long, and the fear that kept him away from it. You see, for Apostle Selman, marriage is more than love, more than companionship. He once hinted that he had seen men of God lose everything because of the wrong marriage choice. He watched ministries crumble, anointing dry up, and destinies fade because the person beside them could not carry the weight of the calling. Those experiences haunted him to the point that he considered staying single for life if he did not find someone who fully understood his spiritual path. The suspense doesn't end there. There are accounts from insiders who revealed that over the years, Apostle Selman received numerous proposals, letters, messages, even visions from women claiming God told them they were his wife. He quietly turned them all down. Some say he saw signs that the union would derail his ministry. Others claim he simply waited for a clear confirmation from God. And that waiting season has lasted for years, making many wonder if he had truly decided never to marry. But this year, something changed. His close friends noticed a shift in his tone during sermons, a subtle warmth in his teachings on love and partnership. Then came a moment during one of his recent programs where he made a comment that set social media on fire. He said, "When God brings the right person into your life, there will be peace, clarity, and alignment." Those who were listening closely swear they saw a spark in his eyes, a hint that the moment he had been waiting for had finally come. Yet the question remains, why now? Why, after all these years of hesitation, would Apostle Selman consider marriage? The answer lies in a private revelation he reportedly shared with his inner circle. He said the next season of his life, the expansion of his ministry to nations, required a companion, not just a wife in the traditional sense, but a partner with a divine assignment connected to his. Someone who would not just stand beside him, but stand with him in purpose. And here's the twist that keeps everyone guessing. Despite the speculations, he has not officially confirmed the identity of this woman. Rumors are swirling, names are flying, and pictures are being analyzed, but Apostle Selman has remained silent. His silence is loud. It fuels curiosity and heightens suspense because the moment he speaks, it will change the narrative forever. For years, he avoided marriage to protect his destiny. Now, as the whispers grow louder, we are standing at the edge of a new chapter in his life, one that could redefine his journey and inspire millions who have been watching from afar. Whether or not he is truly getting married soon, one thing is clear. When Apostle Joshua Selman finally takes that step, it will be a union that carries more weight than just love. It will be a covenant that shakes nations. And so, the whispers grew louder, like a rising tide that refused to be ignored. For months, those closest to Apostle Joshua Selman observed subtle shifts that only deepened the suspense. He was still the same calm, collected minister on stage, but off stage there were moments of quiet reflection that were different from the man they had always known. He had started speaking about the weight of legacy, about seasons of life, and about how one must never delay destiny when the appointed time finally arrives. Many of his followers began digging into his past statements, searching for clues. In one of his older messages, he had said something that now feels like a prophecy. He said, "Marriage is a destiny decision. I will never marry until I am sure my life partner is a divine alignment to my assignment." Those words, once dismissed as just his personal conviction, now feel like the thread connecting this mystery. But here is where it gets even more intense. An insider from his ministry, someone who has been part of his inner prayer team, revealed that Apostle Selman had once gone through a secret season of heartbreak. According to the source, years ago there was someone he thought might be the one, but as they prayed and sought clarity, he realized that the path was wrong. It wasn't a scandal, it wasn't messy. He simply walked away, choosing his calling over his emotions. That decision, while wise, left him wary of ever letting anyone too close again. So imagine the shock in his ministry circles when he suddenly started emphasizing the importance of family in fulfilling destiny. Imagine the suspense in the hearts of his loyal followers when he said during a private meeting, "There comes a time when isolation is no longer strength, but a hindrance to purpose." And then came the hint that nearly broke the internet. During a recent teaching, he shared a personal reflection that felt like a public announcement without names. He said, "When God brings someone who mirrors your vision and strengthens your purpose, you will know. There will be no struggle, no confusion. Peace is the greatest confirmation." The way he paused after that statement, looking at the congregation with a subtle smile, set off a storm of speculation online. What makes this story even more gripping is the level of secrecy surrounding the supposed woman in question. Some claim she is a quiet, deeply spiritual individual who has been in his circle for years but never in the spotlight. Others insist she is someone entirely new, someone whose life carries a prophetic alignment with his next season. No one knows for sure, and Apostle Selman's silence is only making the story grow bigger. Behind the suspense lies a deeper tension that few talk about. For years, Apostle Selman has warned young ministers about the danger of distraction, the burden of leadership, and the cost of carrying an unusual anointing. Many feared that if he ever married, the woman would be subject to intense public scrutiny and his ministry would come under pressure from those waiting for any flaw. That fear, too, kept him away from the altar. So, if he has truly made the decision now, it means one thing. He is fully convinced that the time has come and that God has chosen someone who can walk through the fire of his calling with him. The online world is waiting. His followers are refreshing social media pages daily, hoping for a photo, a hint, anything. His teachings in recent months have carried the undercurrent of transition, as though he is preparing not just himself but the entire Koinonia family for a shift. And if that shift involves a marriage, it will be the most talked about Christian union of the decade. The tension is in the waiting, because until he speaks, everything remains in shadows, speculations, whispers, and unconfirmed rumors. And that perhaps is exactly how he wants it. Apostle Selman has always moved in silence until God commands the announcement. So here we are, standing at the edge of a new chapter. The world is watching, hearts are racing, and the question still hangs heavy in the air. Is Apostle Joshua Selman finally about to marry? And if he is, who is the woman that captured the heart of a man who waited this long? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. When he finally steps forward with his choice, it won't just be a marriage. It will be a prophetic statement that will echo across nations. If you've watched till this point, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because the next revelation about Apostle Selman could come without warning, and you'll want to be the first to know.